Why did the Steelers sign Mitchell Trubisky? So, for anyone following NFL free agency, you'll know that the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Mitchell Trubisky to a 2-year, $14 million contract. That contract with incentives can go up to $27 million. So he's going to make anywhere between $7 million. Technically, I think it's 14 and a half over 2 years, but anywhere between 7 mil to 13 mil a year. So that's an amazing deal, I think, for Pittsburgh. You're only going to be, give or take, depending on if he hits incentives or not, about 5% of the salary cap this year. Plus the salary cap's going to go up again next year. You have a quarterback costing you 5% of the salary cap. So why did they sign Mitchell Trubisky? And was it a good signing? So Mitchell Trubisky, I see, is that bridge quarterback. Now, do not mistake this as, oh, they got Trubisky, they're not going to draft a quarterback this year. I think they still can. Now, if Pickett and Willis are gone, I don't think they're drafting a quarterback. I think they'll roll with Trubisky. See what he has this year. If he underperforms or he doesn't perform to what they want, they will go get a quarterback in the 2023 draft, which is supposed to be loaded with quarterback talent. And at that point, Trubisky will start for another year. That rookie quarterback will sit for a year. Then Trubisky will leave, and the rookie quarterback will take over in his second year. Now, you have the possibility of, what if they do draft a quarterback? Either Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. They still sit behind Trubisky. But at that point, maybe Trubisky doesn't start in that second year of that contract. He may end up being the backup or traded as well. This gives the Steelers flexibility. This is insurance. This is what it is. This is insurance for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, Mason, it's been nice, but you ain't it, my dude. Simple. Now, if Trubisky is a Pro Bowl quarterback this year, he has an amazing season, then hallelujah. You know, all the power. You know? And by the way, this is a very, very nice swap by Juju's Bike. He does very, very nice swaps. So, if you need, if you want to see a bunch of player swaps for uniforms, go check out his Twitter. He's very good at what he does. Now, back to this. So I definitely can see, him at least having an average year. Colin Cowherd did have a 3-ish minutes segment where he did blind guesses of Mitch Trubisky to a different quarterback. And they were various stats over courses of careers or parts of careers. So it was like over the first 2 seasons. And Mitchell Trubisky was better than Tua. And it's like, okay, over their careers. And like he has 29 wins in his career. And Baker Mayfield has 29. Dude just sat for a year. But, to be fair, he was the draft before Baker Mayfield. So it kind of evens out. But he even had a bad rookie year. So, and also, I think I can predict Mitchell Trubisky's stat line if he were to start all 17 games of the regular season. And I'm going to show you guys that too. You see Mitchell Trubisky's stats for the 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 seasons. We are not going to count 2021 because he was Josh Allen's backup. He didn't start a single game. So, 17 was his rookie season. He played in 12 games. He didn't do very good. 2018, he was elected to the Pro Bowl that year, but he only played in 14 games. 2019, he played in 15 games. 2020, he only played in 9. So, if you look at 2017 and 2020, those aren't very good representations either because he didn't play, that much. So, you're going to look at 2018 and 2019 as the what is Mitchell Trubisky. So, over 14 games and 15 games, we'll look at his record. In 2018, he went 11-3. He had a 66.6 completion percentage, which is not awful. He passed for 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. And in 2019, he went 8-7. He was 63% completion, 63.2 to be exact. Passed for 3,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, 10 picks. So, you gotta look and it's like, But look at his yards per game, right here. He had 230 yards per game in 2018 and 209 yards per game in 2019. So, and then he was sacked 24 times in 2018, 38 times in 2019. So if I were to predict his totals over the course of a 17-game season, that means we're going to need a calculator. So get a phone. So if he passes for, let's average those two out and say 220. Okay? Because you're at 230 and you're at pretty much 210, so 220 makes sense. 220 times 17. That is 3,740 yards. Okay. Well, he passed for 24 touchdowns and 17 touchdowns. But how many touchdowns per game would that be? Okay, so after doing quick math on those 2 years, he would have an average of 1.4 touchdowns per game. Now, we're going to round that up to 1.5. So you have 1.5, you're going to multiply that by 17. That gives you 25 and a half. So let's round that up to 26. Okay? So far, he has a little over 3,700 passing yards and 26 touchdowns. Now, let's get those interceptions. All right, so after averaging out those interceptions per game and then taking into a 17-game season, that puts him at 12.92, rounded up to 13. So he throws 26 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. So every 2 touchdowns, he throws a pick. So he has 3,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Now, I don't know what rushing yards look like. Let's see. So rushing yards. 248, 421, 193, 195. So you can count for him to rush for anywhere between 200 to 300 yards per season, roughly. Now, we're going to go and we're going to look at Ben's stats from last year on an actual 17-game season. All right, now Ben Roethlisberger did miss a game last year. So we'll take that into mind. But he passed for 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. How many rushing yards did Ben Roethlisberger have, though? Ben Roethlisberger rushed for a whopping 5 yards off 20 rushes. Five yards. Now, that's going to take into account taking a knee. It will. Mitchell Trubisky did those for Buffalo this past season, too. So, in reality, if you look at the average yards per game, it's 233. So now, Mitchell Trubisky in Chicago, we did 220. So obviously that 10 yards a game is going to add up over the course of a season. Or 13 yards a game, it'll add up. But he had 4 more touchdowns. He would have 4 more touchdowns with 3 more interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger. With probably about a 65% completion percentage, similar to 2021 Ben. So, in reality, what are the Steelers getting with Mitchell Trubisky? 1, you're getting mobility. You are. I showed you the rushing. Ben moved like a baby giraffe. He did. He was moving like a baby giraffe at turtle speed. Okay? So you're getting mobility. You're getting someone who can escape pressure. Now, is he going to be Lamar? No. Is he going to be Marcus Mariota? No. Is he going to be Kyler Murray? No. Russell Wilson? No. But will he be able to at least get out more than the average quarterback? Yes. He is an athlete. What also are you getting? You're getting similar stats. You are. But you're going to get more touchdowns. The one game that Ben Roethlisberger missed was versus the Detroit Lions, in which they tied. So, that 22, do you think Ben throws for 4 touchdowns versus the Lions? Maybe. Maybe he doesn't. But we also don't know what the new offensive line with James Daniels, Mason Cole, we re-signed Chukwuma. We're going to get Kevin Dotson back. The left tackle. Give me a moment. I'm going to get it. Dan Moore. That's his name. So, Dan Moore, he's going to be in his second year. So, we're going to have a better offensive line than last year. They're going to be able to protect better. Hopefully the defense is a bit more inspired because, let's face it, the defense goes out there knowing if they don't stop them completely, they're probably going to lose. I mean, it's basically no points or the offense is going to be screwed. So, you do need to have, to a degree, some hope that your offense is going to be able to score in case you do allow a touchdown. Which I think with a younger Mitchell Trubisky now than what Ben Roethlisberger was, because he was 39, guys. Mitchell Trubisky is like 26 or 27. So he is definitely going to be, he's not going to bring like a Deshaun Watson, wow, or a Joe Burrow, wow, it's not going to be, oh my God, we got this amazing guy. At least the defense can think, hey, maybe our offense can score some points. But now, do we know what the defense is going to be like this year? Do we actually know? We're probably not going to keep Joe Hayden. I'm honest. We're probably not going to keep him. Who knows if we're keeping Witherspoon or not? Tuitt, are you coming back? Schobert's gone. Edmonds, are you coming back? But with Schobert gone, we did replace him with Miles Jack, so thank God. Plus, Terrell Austin's our defensive coordinator now, not Keith Butler. And we got Brian Flores, too. What is the defense going to look like? What is this offense going to look like now that we have a quarterback that can actually move? The Steelers are a wild card this year. Now, I said the Steelers were going to go 7-9. Thank God they went 9-7 or no, 8-9. I think it was 8-9 I predicted. Because 17-game season. I think I said 8-9. You know, because I'm like, Mike Tomlin's first losing season, question mark. That was on my main channel, Pit Steel. And you have this, where it's like, okay, are you about to go like 5-11 or 5-12? Or are we going to see you guys dominate and go 13-4? I have no idea what the Steelers are going to do this year. Plus, you still have the draft, so even if they don't draft a quarterback, are they going to go defensive line? Say Tuitt leaves. Go defensive line. Now, there's Davis from Georgia. Now, Mike Tomlin believes that his name will be called before the Steelers select a 20. What if he's not? What if they have a shot at him? Do you take him? You especially consider it if Pickett and Willis are both gone. So, what will Mitchell Trubisky bring? He'll bring mobility. And he might just bring a spark to the offense that they need. We'll see. So that is why I believe the Steelers signed Mitchell Trubisky. He's better than Mason Rudolph. He's got mobility, and maybe he's what we need until the next franchise quarterback. All right, that's all I got for you guys. So if you're excited for more sports talk, hit the subscribe button, leave a like. See you guys next video. Later.